President of the Barbados Economics Society, Shane Lowe, says while Standard & Poor's recent decision to upgrade Barbados's local currency debt rating is a positive one, it's not surprising. He made the comment following the rating agency's decision to raise its long and short-term local currency sovereign ratings on Barbados to B- from SD or selective default.
Back in October, Standard & Poor's did indicate their intention to increase the government's credit rating back up to either low B's or high C's, and so this B- falls within that range. The reality is that the credit rating on domestic debt will likely not matter in the short term because as part of the Barbados Economic Recovery and Transformation Program, the government of Barbados is not necessarily looking to borrow from domestic sources. And so while the credit rating is B- or AAA in the short term will not affect the cost of the government's debt because it simply should not, under the program, be borrowing from domestic sources.
He adds that Barbados's rating back to investment grade level will take some time.
While the rating has been upgraded to B-, this is still several notches away from BBB-, which is the lowest rating under investment grade. The example of Jamaica is quite instructive. Jamaica has a rating of B, which is one notch above Barbados' current rating, and this is after many years of running primary surpluses of at least 7% of GDP and getting their debt down from about 150% of GDP to just about 100% of GDP today. And so because Jamaica has taken so long to get to that point, it is likely that it will take Barbados quite a bit of time as well to get back to investment grade.
Well, more than 70 potential entrepreneurs could soon be offering their newly acquired skills to the public. They're participants of the Eye on the Why program, a skills training program offered by the Young Men's Christian Association. General Secretary Sabia Miller says steps are being taken to improve the courses on offer.
The I&DY programs are skill-based programs where we offer tiling, electrical installation, plumbing, hair braiding, and the list goes on. At present, what we're looking to do to make this I&DY program an even better program is to provide CVQs where we will offer a more accredited certificate for those students to go and teach or to present their skills to the Barbadian community.
Ms. Miller was speaking on the sidelines of a showcase which forms a part of the association's week of activities. It gives students a chance to display some of their work to visiting schools and the public. A presentation of scholarships was also made to the Ministry of Home Affairs Probation Department. This will allow several young men between the ages of 16 and 20 to join the Eye in the Why program. It's time now to take a look at how stocks traded on selected exchanges across the region.
First up, Jamaica, where Grace Kennedy Limited was the volume leader with 7,016,055 units at $54 each. They were followed by Pan Jam Investment Limited and Victoria Mutual Investments Limited ordinary shares. In Trinidad and Tobago, JMMB Group Limited was the volume leader with 131,655 shares changing hands for a value of $230,396.25. They were followed by First Caribbean International Bank Limited and Guardian Holdings Limited. And here in Barbados, Goddard Enterprises Limited was the volume leader, trading 3,897 shares at $3.85 each. And they were followed by the Insurance Corporation of Barbados Limited.
Minding your business with the kind compliments of the Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union Limited, who remind you to save smart and borrow smarter.
A certified beauty therapist with a special knack for hygiene is seeking to make a lasting mark with her company, Ilori Beauty Therapy. Marsha Greenwich has been certified in the United States in the areas of waxing, nails, aesthetics, and eyelash applications. she talked about why she got into the field.
Allure Beauty Therapy started out about 4 years ago, and this was after attending training at the Samuel Jackman Prescott Polytechnic. I would have done the evening classes, the part-time evening classes, and from that I realized that I had a love for aesthetics.
And that all-important journey to attain the highest level involved leaving Barbados for a little while.
I went to New York, where I studied in Manhattan at Christine Valmy School, and that was last year, and the rest is history. I've been continuing my practice since then.
Marsha says the demand for her services has been fairly consistent, but not having a permanent location has been a challenge.
They don't have a salon or a spa as such, so some people naturally would prefer not to come to someone's home, and at the same time some people don't mind, but I'm sure if I had a location as such, I would probably see more clientele.
But there's another key factor that she has to consider, since she insists on using only the very best products for her clients.
Most of these products are very expensive in Barbados, so you really have to have a connection, so to speak, as to how you can purchase online to ensure that you maintain the product level at a high standard, as well as not cutting corners. It's an expensive career to actually get into, but at the same time you can reach rewards both financially and artistically, because it's always good when you see your finished product.
And it's not just important for Marsha's clients to look good. Her background in health and hygiene also comes into play, right down to using a new file for every client.
Ensuring that my clients, when they come, that they understand the procedure. 2, if their nails have any kind of contraindications that would cause me not to do certain services, I hasten to let them know not only that I won't and the reasons why I would not do it, and at the same time refer, because I am not a doctor, so I'm not a practitioner as such, so I can only refer and suggest that they go to seek medical attention.
That emphasis on health and hygiene also applies to one of her other popular services, waxing.
A lot of persons, when they come to me, they say, well, Marsha, you're using very much sticks, and I'm like, yeah, I have to use these sticks because you kind of change a spatula per dipping, so you never double dip. That's one thing that people would always realize about me. Added to that, I also do hard and soft wax. It's a matter of not only just saying I wax, because yes, I'm trained, you need to know when to use the hard, when to use the soft, and also there are several in the same categories. There are several soft wax for certain purposes and hard for the same.
She says some men are also seeking waxing services.
Instead of having the rigorous shaving every week or so, if you had your face waxed, it takes longer to grow back. And actually, like the private, I also do a lot of private. I do like the underarms, the pelvic area for both men and ladies.
Marsha says the full body hair removal for women is called a Brazilian, while the one for men is called a Brazilian. She also said when it comes to waxing, women can take the hair removal pain better than men.
It's a fact, actually, that men generally have a lower threshold to pain. And a lot of people don't know this, but women have a higher tolerance for pain. I mean, we bear children, so that in itself is a good example as to why.
Normally she uses the traditional clear wax called zinc oxide along with strips to the women, but for the guys she mostly uses this blue looking wax called titanium blue.
There's a special wax that you use because it has more like azulene, which is a calming essential oil. You have more chamomile, more tea tree for the antiseptic purposes.
But I was intent on proving to Marsha that Ryan Broom is no punk and I could take a little bit of pain. So I settled for a little facial hair removal to help tackle some ingrown hair. Bring it on, Marsha. So when it was all done, I had winced a little bit, and I won't call any names, but my colleagues Ronaldo Sargent and Shane Jones were also there and actually laughed at me when I was manning up to the hair removal. I'll let you ask them how they did next time you see either of them. But enough about us. Marsha says that going forward, she is focused on the next step.
I have done my advanced nail technology, and I'm in the process this year to start my medical nail technology. That would allow me to actually work more closely with podiatrists, because as I say, I still have that health element in my bones, so I really can't deflect from it. At the same time, I would also like eventually to have a spa.
Now, if you'd like to contact this talented young woman, just look for Ilori Beauty Therapy on Facebook or Instagram, or check out her personal page. So thanks to Ilori Beauty Therapy and Marsha, my barber now has some extra help every month now. And that's tonight's Minding Your Business. I'm Ryan Broom.
Minding Your Business, with the kind compliments of the Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union Limited, who remind you to save smart and borrow smarter.